Hi, welcome to my channel Ruby Net Crochet Tejido. Today I'm going to teach you how to make these motifs. They're done in brugue lace. First you do this one. It's done in different steps, and then when you do the length that you want at the first one, and then you do the center one and give it the length, and then you do the next one and give it the length, and you will continue on and on until you have the width, and you will do the length as long as you want. You can make with this cardigan, you can make a shawl, you can make bedspread, a tabletop cover, a blouse, anything that you want to make with this. First you make this one, and then you'll continue again and again and again, and this is the half at this motif in here, and this is the other half at the motif. So it's very easy. I hope you guys like it and give it a try. And here is the list of material you're going to need to make it. If you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe and click on the little bell. That way you get notification each time I upload a video. Remember, I make my videos in Spanish and English. If you're receiving a Spanish video and you want to see an English, go to the main page of my YouTube channel. There you'll find the English version in there. Also, you can send me a message and I can send you the link. I was looking at this, and this looked like a hug and kiss. Or kiss and hugs. Kiss, hug, kiss. So now I'm gonna give you the list of material. That's funny. To make this motif, I'm gonna use this yarn. Is the loops and thread wool like Simile Lane and super fine one. The crochet hook 3mm. You're gonna need tapestry needle and scissors. I'm gonna start in here. So you need a chain of 8 plus 5 to create this loop to turn your work around. So 13 chains, slip knot, and I'm going to chain 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Yarn over, you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then number 6 you're gonna do a double crochet. You're gonna chain 1, yarn over, you're gonna skip 1 chain, go to the next one and do a double crochet, a 4 that you have to do in the next 4 chains. That's 1 double crochet, and the next chain another double crochet, and the third one in the next chain, and the fourth in the next one. You have 2 chains left, so you're going to chain 1, skip 1 chain and go to the last one and do your double crochet, and like that you finish row 1. Now we're going to work in row 2. Now we're going to chain 5, and always you're going to chain 5 to turn your work around in the first motif, because it's a loose motif. When you're working in the second one is when you're going to attach one side to the other one, but for now it's just 5 chain on each side to turn our work. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're going to turn your work. You're going to do a double crochet in the first double crochet, and that always stay the same and the entire work, and a chain 1. You're always going to start like that. Now on each double crochet that you have here in those 4, you're going to do 2 on each one for a total of 8. So in the first one I'm going to do 2 double crochet, 1 and 2, and the next one 2 more. That will be 3 and 4, and the next one 2 more. That is 5 and 6, and in the last one 2 more, 7 and 8, and at the end you're always gonna end exactly the same. You're gonna chain 1, yarn over, you're gonna do a double crochet on top of this double crochet, and you're gonna chain 5 again to turn your work around to work on number 3. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and you're gonna turn your work around, and you see this double crochet and chain 1 in the space is the one that creates this in the border, and that side, and in this one. So now we're gonna work in row 3. Now I'm gonna do the double crochet on top of that first double crochet. You're gonna chain 1. Now you're gonna do 4 double crochet, chain 2, 4 double crochet in the next 4. So we have 8 double crochet right now, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, chain 2, and the next 4 double crochet. 1, 2, 3 and 4. You're gonna chain 1 and do a double crochet on top of the last double crochet. It'll look like this. Now you're going to chain 5 and turn your work around and start row 4. 3, 4 and 5, like this. For the outside now, everything stays the same in this border and in this one. So you're gonna always do your 5 chain, double crochet, chain 1, 4 double crochet, and chain 2. That stays like that. Exactly the same in the other side. After you do the center, you will chain 2, 4 double crochet, chain 1, a double crochet, and then chain 5 to turn your work around. And the motif is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 rows. So, and 13 and 14 is where this border change. Other than that, they stay exactly the same. Only the change is in the center. So it's very easy to follow. So I'm gonna work in row 4. Again, you will do your double crochet, chain 1, 4 double crochet, and I don't gonna explain all this border all the way to the 14th to the 12th row, because it's exactly the same. I don't want to make the video too long. Remember, I had to explain the other ones as well, how to connect the other ones, so you know, I will show you just the work in the center, starting in the next row. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So in row 4 you're going to chain 5 in the center. Now again 4 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet, chain 5, and turn your work around. You see, this is very easy because you follow that pattern in the borders. Chain 1 and a double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Turn your work around. Now we're going to work on 5, and I'm going to explain you the center. So make your double crochet, chain 1, 4 double crochet, and I see you here. Now I'm going to chain 2 and start in the next row. I will start recording after you have the chain 2. because it's exactly the same. Now you're going to do a yarn over, and in the center chain, that will be in chain number 3, right in the center of that chain, you're going to do a double crochet. And now you're going to chain 2. You're going to do 4 double crochet, chain 1, a double crochet. You're going to chain 5, turn your work around. Do a double crochet, chain 1, 4 double crochet, and chain 2. It's exactly the same that you do in this way, you will do it in the way back. I'm in row 6, I did the 5 chains, double crochet, chain 1, 4 double crochet, and I chain 2. Now in the center, and top of this double crochet, you're going to do 3 double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. You're going to chain 2, and you're going to continue 4 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet, chain 5, turn your work around, a double crochet, a chain 1, 4 double crochet, and chain 2, and I will meet you here to work in row 7. Now the center of number 7 is 2 double crochet on each double crochet. You have 3, and you're gonna have 6. You go in the first one, and you do 1 and 2. You go to the next one, 1 and 2, and you go to the third one, 1 and 2, and you have 6. Now you're going to chain 2, and you're going to continue with your 4 double crochet, chain 1, a double crochet, chain 5, and do the same repetition, and we'll work in row 8. And remember, it's very easy. You will do your 4 double crochet, chain 1, a double crochet. You're going to chain 5, and you do the repetition that you did in this side, that is a double crochet, chain 1, 4 double crochet, chain 2, and I'll meet you here for 8. Now we're going to decrease those double crochet. The 3 that we increased, we're going to decrease in this one. So you're going to do a yarn over, you're going to go to the first double crochet, you're going to do the double crochet that you don't want to finish. You have 2 loops, you go to the next one, and you're going to do your double crochet. Now you're going to close those 3 loops, you decrease, again you go to the next one, you do a double crochet that you don't finish. You have 2, yarn over, and the next one, a double crochet that you're going to finish now, and you're going to close those 3 loops, and in the last 2 you're going to do the same, a double crochet that you don't finish, yarn over, go to the next one. Now you're going to finish those 3, you're going to chain 2, and you're going to do the same repetition of the border that you're supposed to do, and go back, and we're going to work in number 9. Now we're going to decrease those 3 double crochet that we'll have in here. So you're going to do a double crochet on top of the first one that you don't want to finish. You have 2 loops, yarn over, you go to the center one, do a double crochet that you don't want to finish. You have 3 loops, yarn over, and you're going to go to the third one and do a double crochet that you don't want to finish. Now you're going to pass through those 4 loops, chain 2, and you will continue the border as you're supposed to with the 4 double crochet, chain 1, a double crochet, and so on, and it starts to look like this in the center. Now we work in number 10 after this. After you chain 2, you're going to do a yarn over, and you're going to go on the top of those 3 together. You're going to do a double crochet, chain 2, and you're going to continue with the other side of your work. I'm going to look like this. So that part in here is this one. So for this one, once you chain 2, you're going to go to the other border of the 4 double crochet, and you're going to do that. Now in between is only in the top a chain 2. That's this one, and that is row number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So now you're going to continue to the other side, and I'll meet you here. Now I'm working number 12, and I will show you a little bit more. So you're going to do your double crochet, chain 1 and you're going to do 4 double crochet. 1, 2, 3 and 4, and this time you don't want to do anything here. You're going to come to the other side and you're going to do your 4 double crochet. So you're going to have again your 8 double crochet in the center, and you'll continue all the way to the end and then return for number 13. So I'm working in row 13. So I'm working in 13. After you do the first double crochet, you're going to chain 1. Now we're going to decrease. We have 8 double crochet. You're going to decrease to 4. So you're going to do 2 together, 2 together, 2 together, and 2 together. So you go to the first one. You're going to do a double crochet that you don't going to finish. You go to the next one. You're going to do the other double crochet. You're going to close those 3. Yarn over, go to the next one. A double crochet that you don't going to finish. Go to the next one. And you're going to do together those 3. Yarn over, go to the next one and do the other one after that one. You're going to cross the 3 loops and you're going to go to the next double crochet and go to the last one, and you're going to close those 3 loops for decrease. You're going to chain 1, you're going to do a double crochet and the last double crochet, chain 5 and turn your work around, and it look like this. I'm gonna work in the last row. So after you do the double crochet and chain 1, you're gonna do 4 double crochet, so 1 in each. Remember we did 2 together, so right in between those 2 in the top, you're gonna do 1, 2, 3 and 4. You're going to chain 1 and do the double crochet, and that's what I did for my first motif. I cut the yarn and lost the tail, but for you, since you want to work some more, because that's the point of this, to continue along, that way you can do a bigger project. What you're going to do, you're going to start with repetition of row 1 again, all over again. So you're going to chain 5. I'm just going to show you this, how you're going to continue, because it's the same repetition. You're going to chain 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're going to turn your work around. You're going to do a double crochet in the first double crochet. You're going to chain 1 and you're going to do 4 double crochet. And 4. You're going to chain 1, you're going to do a double crochet, and you're going to continue with a 5 chain, and then turn your work around. You're going to do the repetition of row 2. That row 2 was an increase on each double crochet. You had 8, and then the 3 you have 4, chain 2 and 4. You separated your work, and so on. You'll continue on and on and on until you have the desired length that you'll finish with repetition of 14. So you will dot the length that you want, and if you look at my work, I started here in that loop in this side and start again in that side, so it had to be exactly the same. And now I'm gonna cut the yarn. I remove that because I don't need that. Well, I'm gonna leave it there. That way I show you how you're gonna continue with this one, the next row, when you are at that point at the beginning of this one. So now we're gonna cut that and gonna start with the center motif. Now we're gonna start the next motif, and we're gonna start in this part and here, and I did a chain of 29. You may think it is too much, but it's not, because you need 2 for this separation, you need 1 for the double crochet, 1 for separation, 4 for this 4 double crochet, 2 for separation, 6 for this double crochet that you're gonna do them together on the top, 2 for in this side, 4, 1, 1 plus 5, that's 29. And this is the repetition here of row 7, what you do in this one. So I already did a slip knot, and I'm gonna come to this chain space, and I'm gonna pass the loop, and I'm gonna do a chain very tight that I don't gonna count. So that will be more like the single crochet that you have to do in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, and 29. Yarn over, you're gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then number 6 you're gonna do a double crochet. That is this one, the same as the one in here. You're gonna chain 1, and you're gonna do 4 double crochet in the next 4 chains. Or you have to skip 1 chain, sorry. Did I do that? Or I did it? Yarn over, skip 1 chain, go to the next one, and you're gonna do your 4 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're gonna chain 2 for separation. That's this one in here. You're gonna skip 2 chains, yarn over, 1 and 2, and then the third one you're gonna do the first double crochet that you don't gonna finish, and you go to the next one, and you're gonna do a double crochet. You're gonna close the 3 loops. Again, yarn over, go to the next chain space. You're gonna do a double crochet that you don't gonna finish, and over, go to the next one. You're gonna close those 3 loops, and again the next chain space, a double crochet that you don't gonna finish, yarn over, go to the next one, and you're gonna close those 3, and you done your 6 double crochet with a decrease in the top. You're gonna chain 2, 1 and 2. You're gonna do a yarn over, you want to skip, is it really, you don't have nothing to hold on here, 1 and 2, you go to the third one, and you're gonna do the first double crochet of 4, and the next 4 chains start to look like that. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. You're gonna chain 1, you're gonna skip a chain and go to the next one, and do a double crochet. You're gonna chain 2, and now you go to the chain 5 space in here, this loop, those tails are out of the way, and you're gonna do a single crochet. You're gonna chain 2, and you're ready to turn your work around and work in the repetition of row 8. And you see those 29 chain, they were perfect amount that you needed for this. Now we're gonna work in the repetition of 8. Once you chain 2, and turn your work around. You're gonna do the double crochet again in the border, the chain 1 and the 4 double crochet. You see that stay exactly the same. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. You're gonna chain 2, and you're gonna do the decrease on these 3. So you're gonna do a double crochet that you're not gonna finish. The next one and the last one. You're gonna close those 4 loops, chain 2, and you're gonna continue exactly the same as you did with the other one. You're gonna do the 4 double crochet, chain 1, a double crochet, chain 5, turn your work around, and repeat that. And when you turn your work around, that you do the chain 2 and the way back. I will meet you here to do the next row. Once you chain 2, you're gonna do a yarn over, and you're gonna do a double crochet in the center. You're gonna chain 2, and you're gonna do the same repetition as you did so far. You're gonna do your 4 double crochet, chain 1, a double crochet, and this time you're gonna chain 2, because now we are putting these 2 motifs together. So you're gonna chain 2, you're gonna do in this loop single crochet, chain 2, and work the repetition. And this time you're gonna chain 2 in between those 8 double crochet. So that is, it will be this row. You see, we are doing exactly the same as we did from here up, from 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 14. I think it's like that. And then what I'm doing is showing you until here, and then from there how you're gonna start again. That will be the repetition of 1 again. You see in here, repetition of 1, and you go up. And this one is easy because it's the same as you did. And this one, the only thing that you are connecting together. Easy, very easy peasy. So when you do the chain 2, you're gonna go to the chain 5 space. You're gonna do a single crochet, chain 2, turn your work around, and then that will look when you put 2 together, 2 motifs together. Now you'll continue with your work in here. Once you do the 4 double crochet, you will chain 2, and you're gonna go to the next 4 double crochet, and you will do the 4 double crochet, and like that you will do a chain 1 double crochet, chain 5, turn your work around, and then in the next row you will work only your the borders plus a double crochet without any space in between those 4 and 4, just a double crochet. The rest stay the same. Once you do the double crochet and you chain 1, you're gonna do only 4 double crochet. 1, that's 1 on top of each are the ones that you decrease. You decrease from 8 to 4. and 4, you're going to chain 1, 1 and 2, single crochet, chain 2, and you're done. You have that motif. So you finish here with the 4 double crochet, so that will be like row 1 again. So you're gonna continue with repetition of 2. That's what I did, and here that is an increase from 4 to 8 double crochet, and then you will continue working. So after you chain 2, you see it's like starting the new motif, and for now on you don't need to do half, you only do full motifs until you have the desired length. So 1 and 2 in the same space, 1 and 2 double crochet in the next space. I have 4, 1 and 2, I have 6, and now 7 and 8. You're going to chain 1, you're going to do a double crochet on top of that double crochet, and you're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're going to turn your work around, and you're going to work with a repetition of row 3. So I'm not going to show you what you're going to do next, because you're going to go back to the video where I did row 3, and you can continue with that. So you only needed the half motif in order to start, because now you will have to do full motif depend on the size that you're making your piece. So you will continue with this one until you have the length, and then when it's time to work with this one, you see, you will work and out and in like the shape, and when you finish, you will finish like this with a repetition from row 2 to the one that you will finish with, depending on the length that you're giving. So it will look like this. When you finish, that's how it's supposed to look. When you start, it's supposed to look like this, and when you finish, it's supposed to look like so. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna work those off camera. So you have to do the repetition of, I just did of 2, so you have to do repetition now of 3. That will be the double crochet, chain 1, 4 double crochet, chain 2, 4 double crochet, chain 1, a double crochet, and then chain 5, connect, and then turn your work around, and then you do the chain of 5 in the center, and you do what you're supposed to do, chain 5, turn your work around, and then here chain 2, a double crochet, chain 2, and continue, and so on until you create this full motif but on top. Okay, and so on. That's what I'm trying to say. So when it's time to do this, I will do just the beginning when you have to start your work. That way you will know how to begin with, because the rest stay the same, exactly like the first one. The only thing that in the first one you had the chain 5 on each side, this time you will have only chain 2, single crochet, chain 2, and connecting to the one in the center. I hope you guys understand well my explanation. So I will continue until I finish this little piece, and then I will show you how to start the next one. But it's exactly the same as with this one. I'll show you a full of this, that way it's easy for you to continue. So row 2 you finish, now you start with 3 from here, from the first motif. I just wanted to show you quick. What I did was that repetition where you have a chain 2 space, and then now the 5 chain space. So it's very easy. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then you do what you're supposed to do, exactly the same. The only thing that changes is the center stitch from now on. Everything else stay the same. You see? So in here where you start with a 4 double crochet, it's like a row 1, 2, 3, 4 and on. So you treat it like a motif from the beginning. Okay, so I just wanted to show you that. I know I explain over and over and over sometime, and I know I talk too much, but I'm trying for you guys to finish your project, so that way you guys can do my little designs and all that stuff. I try my best. So now I will chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And remember, you see, I don't supposed to be recording. I'm supposed to do this off camera, but I just wanted to show you anyway. And then now I do what I'm supposed to do here. I do the chain 2 single crochet, chain 2 in here, what I'm supposed to. And the next one you will do the 3, and then the 6, and then the decrease, and then the decrease, and then decrease, and then 1, and so on. You see? So I'll zoom out, that way you guys can see what it look like a little bit, how it's coming together. You see? Very easy. I finished in this one. Remember, I did that extra just to show you how you're going to continue in the next motif from this one. So for this one, you will continue as you're supposed to when you finish in here. So if I count in here, removing that one, let's pretend that one is not there, you'll have 14 and 14. And I finish with the decrease of those 6 that you end up with 3 in the top. I did 2 together, 2 together, and 2 together. And the next one, if you continue, let's say you continue with this one, you'll have to do what you're supposed to here. You'll have the chain 5 loop on this side, and then you will do what you're supposed to. Here you will do 1, 2, 3 double crochet where you're supposed to, chain 2, single crochet, chain 2, and then you go back, and then here the 3 will be 3 together, and then in the next one will be 1. That will be the repetition, and this one here from here up. That will be from here up. Okay, so you will have 14 and 14, and then go back with number 1. This is number 1, and this is number 1 for the next one. So let's say you'll continue, and this is what it's going to look like with the next motif. You see, just like that. So let me zoom out, that way you can see a little bit better. But they don't line up perfect because they're 2 different motifs, so that's why. But they will look something like that if you continue. You see, that will be. So when you finish the end of this, at the end of your length, what you do here, you'll finish like this. You chain 1, cut the yarn, and loose the tail. So now I'm going to show you how you're going to continue with the next one in here, and from there you can add as many as you like, because once you do one like this one, you will have something like that again. You see, if you add another one, and so on. So I will finish this one, this little piece, that way you can see what it looks like as you continue. But and here going to be a little bit different, because if you continue you will have the chain of 5, but here I only can chain 2 and do a single crochet to finish in order to have it even. So I will do that, and I will meet you here to show you how you're going to do the next one for the side. So if you continue with this one, let's pretend that you have your 5 chain here. I wanted to show you anyway the continuation of this one, because if you only gonna do this motif, you will finish there. But if you're gonna continue, what you do, I like to explain it extra. So after you do that, chain 1, you're gonna do your 4 double crochet, chain 2, and in here you're gonna do 3 double crochet together. Do the first one, you don't gonna finish, do the next one, you don't gonna finish, and do the next one, and you're gonna do them together. You're gonna chain 2, you're gonna do your 4 double crochet, chain 1 double crochet, and then what you're supposed to do is chain 2 single crochet and the loop that you'll have here. But since I don't have any loop, when you finish you chain 2, and this will be for any place that you're gonna finish. If you don't have a loop that you finish like that, what you do the chain 2 and you do a slip stitch, chain 1, cut the yarn, loose the tail, and you will have that even as well, no matter where and you finish, because it'll be a point where you have to finish like that. So now I'm going to show you how to do the work on this side. Now I'm going to show you how you're going to do the next one, and it's exactly the same as the first one. The only difference is that here you did the 5 chain in the outside and the whole 5 chain in the other side, and this one you'll have to do 2 and single crochet because we have to attach to this one. So we're gonna start in the air. I call it in the air because I don't want to start with the work. I'm gonna do a slip knot, and this time I'm gonna chain 10 and instead of 13, because we don't need to do the chain 5 to turn more work around, only chain 2 because we're going to connect it to this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now you're going to do a single crochet, and you have to make sure that this is, your motif is up. That's where I start this. Okay, you're going to come to that chain 5 loop, and you're going to do a single crochet, chain 2, and turn your work around, and you're going to do row 1, exactly the first row 1 that we did to start with. So you're going to skip 1 and 2, go to the third one, you're going to do a double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, go to the next one, and you're going to do 1 double crochet and the next one, another one. I have 2, and the next one I have 3, and 1 more is 4. You're going to chain 1, yarn over, and you're going to go to the last chain. You see, you're going to skip 1, go to the last one, and you do a double crochet. You're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Turn your work around, and you will do the repetition of row 2. I don't want to continue here because you can go back to the first part of the video and recap what we did in this one. So what we did the increase from 4. You're going to have a double crochet, and then the next one you will divide 4, chain 2, and 4. And you will continue so on until you do the same length that you did for this one and that one. And then when you finish this one, if you're gonna go and increase another one, you'll have to do this one. So you will come here, you see, in exactly the same space. Everything is more easy than this. You go exactly in the same space as you did for this one that I still have the tail in here. You will do the chain that you don't gonna count, just to put it in place, and then you'll chain 29, and then you will work exactly the same as this one, and you'll give it the length that you will give to your work, and like that's how you're gonna continue over and over to make your piece. I hope you guys understand my explanation. So I think I'm being very through with everything. And if you have any question, let me know. And I hope you guys like it, and give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you are not already a subscriber. And if you make these motifs or something with these motifs and you want to send me some picture, you can do it through my Facebook page, Ruby Net Crochet Tejido, or my Instagram, Ruby Net Crochet Tejido, or in my messenger. You can send me the pictures and I will share in my blogs. And if I had to do more explanation for this, even if I had to do a small video again, I will do it, you know, clearing all the doubts if you guys have. But I hope you guys understand everything that I did in this. It's always the same repetition as that first motif. Well, I hope you guys share my video with friends and family. That way you help me grow here in YouTube and in the groups in Facebook that you are a member. That will help me a lot. I wish you have a beautiful day. Bye.